one. Well, it's Tuesday, January 22nd, coming second time since morning. Okay, so earlier today we broke the story that Chris Brown was arrested in Paris on alleged rape charges, and we gave you the full rundown of that for persons who are still not aware of that story. Let's just do a quick recap. Well, earlier this morning, we broke the story that Chris Brown was arrested in Paris along with one of his bodyguards. They were detained and being questioned by police, allegedly for a 24-year-old female model who reported to the police that she was allegedly raped by Chris Brown and assaulted by other members of his team at a hotel which was nearby to a club that they were partying. All right, and we confirmed, broke it right here on BOJTV Live, that we could have confirmed that he was arrested in a Paris jail. All right, so after, because we told you that we will track the story for you, and of course, in all fairness to Chris Brown, we have to give this update because stories are coming out now that Chris Brown was released from police custody without charge. But they were quick to indicate that the investigations are continued. So a number of stories buzzing right now, right here on social media. We're going to see how many stories we can get through. This is a big one, though, with respect to Chris Brown. And let's try to get through it and see what else we can touch right here at this time. All right, so let's, first of all, we found out that Chris Brown was released first by a post that he made on his Instagram page. Let's check that out right there. This is what he posted with this comment. And this is from his Instagram page. You can check that for yourself at Chris Brown Official. Everything that we do right here is authentic. Okay, so Breezy posted this. I want to make it perfectly clear that this is false on a whole lot of cap. Probably wanted to say crap. All right. Navy, yeah, right. Never. Okay. For my daughter and my family, this is so disrespectful and is against my character and morals. So, Chris Brown came out in a very stinging comment. He's not keeping quiet, and he was very specific. You know, right after he was released from the Paris jail, he came out blazing against his accusers. And we have a full story thereabout for you. Let's try and find that for you, because we posted that on the BOJTV Facebook page. I want to get that straight for you right here. All right, so Chris Brown denies rape allegations, slams accuser. And BOJTV, as I said, we have it on our Facebook fan page. So we want to read the story for you right here. All right, so let's go. Chris Brown is not staying quiet amid allegations he raped a 24-year-old woman in Paris, France last week. The R&B singer, who was released from police custody on Tuesday, January 22nd, in the afternoon, took to Instagram immediately, as I said before, following his release, to deny all allegations against him. In a message to his fans and his accusers, he captioned a graphic that reads, and I will not read that, you can read that for yourself. All right, so basically saying the accuser is lying. I want to make it perfectly clear. This is false on a whole lot of cap. All right, never, and I read that before, for my daughter and my family, this is so disrespectful and is against my character and morals. So obviously, an embarrassed Chris Brown, you know, these allegations are very serious. And as I said in the report earlier today, that those investigators and that government, they don't take lightly to these sorts of allegations. But we're hearing Chris Brown was released without charge. And he is not keeping quiet, and he is blazing, talking out against his accuser. All right, let's get some more from this story. While Chris was released without charge, the investigation into the incident continues, the AFP reports. All right, as previously reported, Chris was arrested in Paris on Monday, January 21, following accusations of aggravated rape and drug violation. The woman who is accusing him of rape spoke out in an interview with Closer magazine, shared via TMZ, and we saw that. You can check that out for yourself, claiming Chris raped her in a towel dressing room for 25 to 30 minutes in what she called a brutal and violent attack. And as I said before, she was a 24-year-old model. We're going to get some more of that story for you. Let's just cue that up for you right here. And it's on the BOJTV page. You can go check that out for yourself. All right. Bear with us. We're doing all this live just for you. We started the story and we want to get it correct. All right. So those of you who love reading for yourself, you can go onto that page. I'm just kind of queuing this up for you right now. Okay. So give me a second. All right. So what we're talking about here is that Chris Brown was released without charge from the Paris jail, and he is hitting out at his accusers, and we're basically queuing back up that story that we started reading for you. All right, let's get back into the... Okay, so here it is. The 24-year-old model, whose name Closer protected, simply calling her, let's call her Kareem for this purpose, all right, told the mag she met Chris at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Paris, France on Tuesday, January 15th, around 10:30 p.m. and then went to a nightclub. She claims the two returned to the hotel with Chris in tow around 4 a.m. while Karima acknowledged that she returned to the hotel at her own will. She said she was tired, but they convinced her to go back to the Mandarin with a group of people. All right, so that's going to be interesting in any case. If a case is presented to any jury, that's going to be very important right there. You can read that for yourself, make your own conclusions. All right, once inside, and this is the Karima, and this is not her correct name. We're just calling her that because, you know, this, we don't know if it will become a court matter, so we are calling her Karima. So she's saying that once inside Chris's suit, Karima said she went to the bathroom, and that's when Chris allegedly followed her and catches, and we're quoting from her now, and catches me by the right arm. He makes me enter a sort of dressing room. He closed the door. It lasted 25 to 30 minutes. She described the encounter as both brutal and violent, adding she was then abused by one of Chris's friends and a bodyguard. Despite being scared, Karima said she ultimately decided to go to the police 2 days after she was allegedly raped because she didn't want the R&B singer to be able to do the same thing to other girls. All right, so that was Karima's story. Chris is refuting that, however, in his scam. Chris's scam disputed Karima's claim, claiming she was ever alone with the overdose singer. Okay, so they're claiming that she was never alone with Chris Brown. Sources connected to him also told TMZ Chris' girlfriend, Amika Harris, was in the hotel room the entire time. The insider added that there were more than 20 people in the room hanging out and listening to Chris' music from his iPhone. And want to thank Getty Images for that pic that we posted right here. All right, so interesting development. Chris was also very he went to his Instagram when he made the post. He made some other posts on his Instagram, and one of them was from a very popular social media site. So he's basically showing that the international media is backing up what he's saying, and that he, wasn't still being detained. And the Variety reported this: Chris Brown released from custody with no charges filed. That's the story right here, and we can go back through. Chris Brown has been released from custody in Paris with no charges filed after being detained on rape accusations. A rep for the singer tells Variety, citing an Associated Press report. Brown and other people were not identified, but reports said were Brown's bodyguard and a friend were released at around 10 p.m. local time, according to the report. Brown and two people were detained on rape and drug-related charges. The Paris prosecutor's office said that the investigation is ongoing. And it went on to say, as I said before, before his release, Brown took to Instagram to share his side of the story. All right, so that's the update. But as you all know, social media, they have begun to try the case. You know, social media is so bad, you can't beat the net. So social media started to try the case, even though there's not a case, because Chris wasn't charged or anything like that. But you know, the court of public opinion, you know how that can weigh in. All right, pleasant good night, you all who you are locked in live right here at BOJTV Live. I want to thank you for joining. I want to take the opportunity right now to tell you to subscribe to this channel. Go ahead, subscribe right now, hit the notification button. So I'm saying right now, so social media, they're talking. Some persons are defending Chris. Some of the ladies are saying, Breezy, we still love you. All right. And, you know, some persons are saying, oh, boy, this kid doesn't learn. He has been in so many run-ins in the law. And you know, so there's a good balance, you know, persons who are supporting Chris and persons who are against Chris. But one of the major things trending on social media is that person are asking, is this a publicity stunt by the Chris Brown camp? Well, in recent time, well, we know Breezy thing always turn up loud, you know, Breezy thing always big, always buzzing. But the truth is, in recent times, we haven't been hearing a lot about Chris Brown. I know that his songs are doing well. In particular, one is doing well on the Billboard charts. But that big buzz that you know Breezy is always getting, it has been lacking in the latter quarter of last year. And some person on social media they're asking, was this a publicity stunt to get Breezy back on the forefront and get Breezy on the lips of persons talking across the world? All right, so we will continue to track this story for you right now. But the update, Chris Brown released from Paris prison without charges with respect to allegations of rape and assault from a 24-year-old model. And Breezy is blasting his accusers. So that's what we have for you right here, right now. Hopefully we can get another story in for you before the night closes. So do remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. That's it.